Welcome to this episode's story. Chapter 10, Double Gambit, A Mother's Secret, and Undercurrents Before the Bell. In the top-floor office of Vita Group's headquarters, New York's night glittered like a spilled box of diamonds. Neon light flickered across Adrian Hawke's silver hair as he traced a yellowed photo, his mother's back standing outside a gene lab 20 years ago. Her lab coat fluttering to reveal a glimpse of her NASA pin chain. A hologram scrolled through Lynn Carter's file, her Stanford quantum computing PhD, her Iceland demo footage, every detail marked in red. One line, fresh from his team, burned brightest. Telomere prototype core algorithm matches 2028 Arctic expedition data. Mr. Hawke, Nasdaq security is set. 12 data nodes in the venue once Dr. Carter runs her demo. Phage will siphon Hermes' live parameters, his subordinate said, hologram flickering with caution. Also, new leads on the 2028 lab accident. The cleaner who handled the scene is alive in a Brooklyn nursing home. Adrian's finger paused on his mother's silhouette, nearly piercing the paper. He was 8 that rainy night, peeking through a lab door to see his father and uncle by her desk, clutching a classified file. Her coat lay crumpled, stained dark red. After that, she vanished. His father lied. Mom's studium stars far away. Only 3 years ago, finding her lab journal, did he learn the accident was murder. Scrap the data nodes, Adrian said, voice as cold as Iceland's glaciers. Replace all exchange equipment with Mirror Shield. If anyone steals her data, feed them fake parameters. Log their IPs. The subordinate gaped. Sir, the board your uncle ordered Hermes core data. He'll push to oust you at next week's meeting. My uncle wants a longevity filter, a weapon. Adrian's fist whitened. My mother died refusing to hand her research to the military. What, Lynn Carter's building? It's what she wanted. Tech to heal, not rank lives. He shut the hologram, opened an encrypted line to the nursing home. I need to see the resident in 302, 10 a.m. tomorrow. No one must know. And bring a plain nurse's uniform. As the line closed, Adrian pulled a silver box from his drawer. Inside, his mother's NASA pin phone etched tiny on its back, a secret he'd just uncovered. Paired with the jewel on Lynn's mother's teacup, they formed Fondo, the Oriental New Era project. Across Brooklyn, in her safe house, Lynn stared at a hologram of genetic maps. Old Joe had just delivered a bombshell, 2028 Arctic expedition records, listing her mother and Adrian's mother, Elizabeth Hawke, colleagues. Her pulse raced. Dr. Carter, we found Elizabeth's lab logs pages torn, but the rest mentions ancient viruses and antibody symbiosis, Old Joe pointed. Stranger, sketches of a device like your telomere prototype, with an extra consciousness transfer port. A chill hit Lynn. Adrian's neural regulator, was it built from this? A prototype using ancient viral antibodies to control minds? She gripped her mother's teacup, the jewel glowing softly, urging caution. Is Nasdaq security set? Lynn asked. She had to confront Adrian at the bell. I'm adding a quantum trap to the demo. Hackers get fake data, and we trace them to their lab. Old Joe nodded. Teams planted it. Also, Adrian's visiting that Brooklyn nurse tomorrow to see Elizabeth's old cleaner. Lynn froze. He was digging too. The IC CEO, trapped like her by family secrets. I'm going. I need to hear what that cleaner says. Too risky, his uncle's spies will be there, Old Joe argued. I have to, Lynn's gaze hardened. She might know how my mother died, what ARC is, and I need to know Adrian's ally, or foe? Reluctantly, Old Joe agreed. I'll get you a nurse's uniform. Meet 9 a.m. at the cafe nearby. Wait for Adrian to enter, then we'll approach. The next morning, 9 a.m., Lynn, masked and uniformed, watched from the cafe as Adrian arrived, nurse's cap hiding his silver hair, medical bag in hand. Her heart thudded. Friend? Foe? They tailed him into the nursing home, its halls smelling of disinfectant, elders dozing in sunlight. Lynn thought of her mother. Would she have aged here, peaceful? Room 302. Martha, the cleaner, sat knitting. Adrian closed the door, pulled a tiny recorder from his sleeve. Mrs. Martha, I'm Elizabeth Hawke's son. I need to ask about 20 years ago. Martha looked up, surprised. Elizabeth. Dead 20 years. Why now? I just learned her death wasn't an accident. Adrian's voice wavered. You cleaned the lab. You saw something. Martha sighed, setting down her knitting. That night, I heard her arguing with her assistant. Can't give the data to the military, people will die, he yelled. Board's orders. Then a fight. When I went in, she was on the floor. He ran, clutching a file. Adrian's fist clenched proof. Murder. By his uncle, or the board. He opened his mouth, but footsteps approached. Thank you, Mrs. Martha, he said, hiding the recorder. I'll visit again. The door opened. Lynn stood there, tray in hand. Mrs. Martha, time for meds. Adrian froze. She'd followed. Their eyes locked, a silent current passing. What are you doing here? He whispered, glancing at the hall. His uncle's spies were close. Finding my mother's truth. She was on that Arctic team with yours. Lynn's voice held steel. I heard your mother's death. It's tied to Ark, isn't it? He grabbed her arm, pulling her inside, shutting the door. Not now. My uncle's men are outside. He pulled an M8 from his bag. I'll draw them off. You take Martha. Go home, man. Old Joe's there. Promise protect yourself. Protect Hermes. Lynn took the device, warmth spreading. This cold CEO shielding her. She nodded, wordless. Adrian stepped out, raising his voice. Mrs. Martha, you're fine. Just rest. In the hall, 2 black suits blocked his path. Mr. Hawke, what are you doing here? Visiting a relative? Problem? Adrian's tone iced over. Or are you spying? On my order. They faltered. He sprinted for the entrance, activating the EMP. Cameras died. Their comms fizzled. Lynn heard the chaos, helped Martha up, and slipped out the back. Old Joe waited by the car. You okay? She nodded, glancing back. Adrian was gone. He'd risked himself for her. Guilt and resolve tangled in her chest. At the safe house, footage showed Adrian letting himself get caught, buying her time. Lynn's throat tightened. She owed him. But first, protect Hermes. Dr. Carter, time for Nasdaq, Old Joe said gently. Lynn straightened her white suit, clipped on the quantum jammer. In the mirror, she saw her mother's resolve. The bell wasn't just a demo, it was the start of their fight. At Vita HQ, Adrian sat prisoner in his office. His uncle tossed a file. You think I didn't know? The cleaner. Helping Carter. What's your game? Finding the truth about Mom, about Ark. Adrian's voice was steady. You killed her. Now you want Lynn dead. Don't you fear justice? His uncle laughed. Justice? Power rules. Elizabeth was knave. Carter's worse. Choose. Help me take Hermes. Or rot here, watching Vita fall. Adrian said nothing. He closed his eyes, thinking of Lynn, of his mother, of the millions waiting for good tech. His hand slid to his pocket, pressing the tiny button on his mother's pin, a distress signal she'd built for him. Help was coming. Oriental New Era's agents were outside. He'd escape. He'd reach Nasdaq. At the exchange, Lynn stepped onto the stage. Cameras flashed. She raised the mallet, striking the bell. Clang, clang, clang. The hologram lit up Hermes' code, green and alive. Vita's hackers, unseen, flooded their servers with lies. Lynn smiled, gazing at the sunlit streets. Adrian would come. Together, they'd break the monopoly. For their mothers, for everyone. The story continues. Subscribe soon.